Ah,
Hey, hey,
there'll never be
Jester,
a time that's
or
not funny.
player liaison, and pull boy announcer.
Go ahead and hop over there.
Can you let one of the players know to join?
Yeah. Yeah, please.
Um, None of them are in here. Hold on. I'm just gonna join.
There we go. All right, back out.
Yeah, good job, Jester. Now we just need one more player for
We
Washington.
figured it out.
Coos, Grimm, and Papa taking the field for Washington Rebellion.
Here we go. Game 1 of this best-of-7 series for the semifinals of the United Rogue League. This is a matchup between Louisville Gamble and the Washington Rebellion, as this has been a long-fought rivalry. Two of the regular season, I would say, bosses of the regular season. You know, Lady Huntrix coming up with a big save there. Coos gonna get a flick back. Grimm's gonna get a nothing. Coos is just going to play with it in the Louisville corner and see what they're going to... Willie's going to push Dex out of the way. Frost is going to try to dribble it in, as he does. Doesn't quite get there. Coos... A little bit of a sloppy play coming from both teams there. Again, even continuing into Willie's hit there. A little bit of miscommunication on Washington's side. This is not characteristic of them. Frost going to put it back down into his own end. Coos going to try to do something, but doesn't quite. Frost gets the turn on it and brings it back down to the Washington side. Grimm's going to have to try to make a save. Doesn't have to, though. That was a weird play, but it worked out. Coos is going to grab the boost and go up the wall.
Thanks, Leonard.
He's going to push it into the Louisville side. Say what?
So thanks, Leonard. I always forget to update the chats.
Oh, don't forget to update the title. One of these two teams will face Pittsburgh. I don't know about defeated. Natal is quite the player, but these two teams both have proven their worth throughout the regular season and haven't needed to add anybody new to their rosters, if you ask me. Papa Willie, the big send down. Coos is going to have a chance on goal, but doesn't quite get there as Dex is going to keep the pressure on. Papa Willie's going to come around. He's going to press it to the center. Grimm's not going to be there, but Huntrix is going to push it out. Coos going to push it up to the side. Frost was in goal. Couldn't really take a shot straight on goal there. Frost pulling it out. Coos pushing it back out to the side. Grimm's probably going to... Dex is going to push it up the wall. Going to grab the boost for his troubles. They're going to give him all the time in the world. Let him do whatever he wants and just give it to Frost as Frost pushes it up the side. Washington playing really cautious there. Really respecting the Louisville play. Frost going up. This looks dangerous. Lady Huntrix not getting the shot that she wanted. Frost as well not getting the shot that he wanted. Really having to back up there. Grimm going to try to get it clear off the wall. Frost going to keep it in. As we said in the first series, one thing you can't do against Louisville is when you try to clear it and push it off to the side and then end up centering it for them. Frost is quite good at identifying those plays and pressing the advantage there, and a lot of times they turn into goals for Frost, as he's very good at anticipating that type of play. Frost here pushing it up. Gonna push it out. Dex already up. Wasn't gonna be able to get there. Grimm's gonna bring it down, but he's gonna rotate out. Gonna let Lady Huntress get the touch. Grimm rotated out and then came back in. I'm not really sure I see the value in that there. Willie gonna come up, gonna put it up off the top crossbar. A little bit of bad play there. Frost. Grimm going to get the big save there as Frost was really trying for the goal. Lady Huntress going to get a whiff, but Dex is going to get a good clear here. It's just going to trickle back into the Washington side. Coos is going to bump it back into the Louisville side. And Huntress is just going to play ping pong with Coos. Coos is going to knock Huntress out of the way. Tell her, get out of the way. Come on now. Willie's trying to make something happen. It doesn't quite. Frost gets a good clear and pushes it up the side all the way down into the Washington side. Grimm's going to get a whiff. This is going to hit off the post. Grimm going up, not getting the touch on it. Willie getting at least a little bit, keeping Dex off. Lady Huntress had a good angle on that, but I think Frost stole that from her. 50-50 going in Louisville's favor there. As Lady Huntress pushes it. Grimm's going to push it, but Frost is there. Couscous pushing it up to Grimm, but Grimm's rotating back. Gonna let Dex have it. Dex pushing it down in the corner. He's gonna try to get another touch on it. No, he doesn't. Grimm's gonna get the clear up to the side. Lady Huntress is gonna get the touch. 2 players for Washington in the goal. Not enough. Lady Huntress slides it in. 26 seconds on the clock. Kilo.
A bit reminiscent of the Pittsburgh and Cleveland game. A very slow start. We'll have to see if it picks up, or if all the games will be this methodical. Hopefully not.
Yes,
sloppy.
very, very methodical. Yeah. I definitely don't think they'll be as this sloppy as the night goes on. They're just getting the early game jitters out, trying to get the rotation, trying to get their communication down, and I think a lot of this will smooth out as the night goes on. We'll see a lot of great plays like that one.
Looks like it's smoothing out in favor of Louisville. Just answering again with
Louisville trying to put this game away.
With another goal. Unfortunately, that one was attempted to be cleared out by Washington. Hits the sidewall, comes right back in.
As I was stating against this Louisville team, one thing you cannot do is clear it to the side. This game looking like it's going to go in favor of Louisville. Oof! They're going to have a chance. Washington's going to have a kickoff chance. They would have more of a chance had Willie been able to sink this. But he kept it there just in time for Grimm to come in and finish it. Grimm with a big goal here.
They have a better chance than Jester did on prom night.
Oh, absolutely. Which is 0. Grimm with a bump here. Coos going to have to try to keep it in the air. Frost not going to let that happen. He's going to punch it to the Washington side. First game going to Louisville, 1-0 in the series. Already doing better than they did the first time they met Washington, as Washington swept them 4-0. Coming out ahead 2-1 in the first game. Washington really going to have to find something to grab onto as they finish up the rest of the series, because that was not a good indicator of how the rest of the series should go.
Scary part for Washington here, Frost did not score. So keep that in mind, as he's one of the leading scorers in the league.
Yes, Frost and Papa Willie both being, I believe, the 2 top scorers in the league. I believe Willie is number 1, if I'm not mistaken, Frost being number 2, with Natal catching up quite quickly, I might add.
Natal definitely being the postseason leader at this point.
Yes, absolutely. Postseason, absolutely. C-Dub, this is the semifinals. Louisville already loaded up, ready to go. Here we go, game 2 of the semifinals. Louisville find themselves up 1-0 in this series. Willie taking the back. Grimm trying to get the touch. Coos staying back. It's looking like a Willie hit. Oh, what a bat! There was a save by Willie, but yeah, that was dangerous. He kind of just floated it right in front of the Washington net for way too long. Coos trying to make the save, doesn't get a touch there. Neither does Grimm. Just going to let Lady Huntress do what she wants. Willie's going to try to go for the challenge. Coos is going to not get the touch here either, but Grimm's going to send it down. Yes, if Washington feels they can have a chance tonight, then they're going to have to minimize those whiffs and get the communication down, because this is not the same Washington team we're used to watching, even though it's the exact same players we're used to watching.
Louisville tonight is playing for StackUp.org. Washington Rebellion playing for Ronald McDonald House.
2 great charities, and again, at the end of the season, the champion gets $250 to their charity.
I'd like to thank the Jester for donating that $250.
What a great guy. Grimm coming up big with a big save there.
Must make a lot of money doing that pool boy stuff.
The greatest pool boy of all times, the Jester.
It's all about the tips.
Coos trying to get a hit, but coming up with a whiff. Deck's going to try to float it into the goal. Coos coming up with a save. Frost with an uncharacteristic miss jump. Grimm's going to get the touch around the Louisville player, but he's not going to get enough momentum to keep doing much with it. Dex is going to try to send this up. He does. This one's going to pinch, but it's not going to pinch in favor. It's going to come out Koos going to have to make a big save there. He does. Again, they're just bouncing it around the Washington goal now. Just
almost taunting them.
Just toying with them almost. But yeah, it was... I felt like it was a game, but at the same time, you could tell the Louisville players really just wanted that ball to go in the net, and they just couldn't find it. As the Washington players just caused enough discord to keep that ball from going in and keeping the score 0-0 with 2 minutes, 42 seconds left in this game. Washington really playing super defensive now, as we're not seeing any players even commit to a challenge there.
Washington probably really boost starved right now, as Louisville's just eating them up in the corners right now.
That is true as well. Couscous with a big clear here, getting what his team needed to recoup, get that boost, and get the rotation back into the line. Willie with a touch out to the corner. He's not going to get another one there, though. Kus is going to continue to try to push. Willie and Kus are going to collide. That's going to make the Washington offense come out of rotation and give Louisville a chance to bring it down. Grimm's going to push it out. Willie's going to get the second touch. Huntress is back, though. She's going to send it high and up. She's going to follow that and push it into the Washington side. Grimm's not going to let that play go any farther as it was, but Frost is going to push it now. Kus pushing it up out of the corner. Willie with not the cleanest of hits. Really not playing himself. Normally we're seeing a lot of highlights come out of Willie, a lot of big touches, a lot of offensive play, and we really haven't seen any offense out of Willie tonight. It's been a lot of Kus on the ball.
Not a strong Willie tonight.
Not a strong Willie. We are at half-mast, people. Lady Huntress with a big bump here. Let's see if she can finish this. Grimm's going to get the big clear out. Really needed that. 1 minute left in this game. Still 0-0. We were worried that this was going to be a very technical back and forth kind of series, and it so far has proven to be so. First game going to 1-2, very low scoring with only all 3 goals coming in the last minute and a half, I believe. Willie with not a save. Wow, Grimm!
Ball just pinballs in front of the Washington net. That's great saves by Washington, but just couldn't clear it out of the Louisville touch as Huntress puts her team on the board for the go-ahead goal.
Leonard has problems finishing bad as well. Yeah, Lady Huntress, this is about exactly how last game went as well. About 53 seconds into the game, she scores a goal, and then they try it, and then they did it again, and then Washington scored. So let's see how this comes out. Kus and Grimm not communicating well. They're both going for the same ball. Not something you want to see at this level. These teams should be good enough to, at this point, where that type of play shouldn't happen. We should... Kus going to get a chance on goal, but Lady Huntress is going to get a big hit there. This ball just kind of sitting in the Louisville side, waiting for somebody to do something. Grimm's going to try to put a shot on, but Lady Huntress is going to be there. 8 seconds left. Washington really needs to do something here. 4. Doesn't look like... Frost is going to put one in for their troubles. Just the daggers. Going to make this game, or make this series 2-0 in favor of Louisville, as Washington has no chance to pull this game out now.
Still a better chance than Jester on prom night.
As they are still playing the game, I assume you're correct.
Sorry, Jester.
Kittens really pouring on the Louisville love as they take this, the second game of the series as well. 2-0 as well as 2-0 in the series. Coming out big, Louisville. Last time they met Washington, Slush was playing instead of Lady Huntress, and it truly shows that she was their missing link there, as Slush might be a good player, but just wasn't good enough to put up against Washington. And as both teams are showing, that it's hard to score on both of these teams. Both of them are showing great defensive resiliency and good rotation in that sense. The Washington's just letting the cracks get way too wide, and Louisville's seeing them way too often and just pounding that ball in every chance they get.
Unfortunately for
and they're coming away with the goals.
For Washington, they actually had 0 shots on goal that whole round.
Yeah, Louisville really kept them on on the defensive. Waiting on the Jester to ready, or Couscous as well, I guess.
I'm making food, sorry.
It's all good,
it's going
baby.
Anyway.
It's all good, baby. Oh my God, Frost. Leonard, he's so happy right now. All right, here we go. Game 3 of this United Rogue semifinals.
What do you have?
There we go. Got him. All 6 players loaded in, ready to go. 5 minutes on the clock, 0-0. Let's see if Washington can pull one out here. They really need to get their game plan together and figure out what's going on. Again, given Louisville so much time, even just to do whatever they want there. Deck's going to dribble it in here.
Dex just walks it through the Washington defense. Great play by Frost to send that downfield, and Dex just finishes it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about that play. It was a beautiful play by Dex. Great way to keep his all 4 wheels on the ground as he got touched there by Grimm. Really fought to keep his car in a stable position to finish that goal. Louisville in a dangerous position there. Washington not able to come up big with the goal, but kept Louisville kind of on their feet. Dex again.
Frost pushes along the wall. Dex meets it at center and puts it in for an easy goal.
Rotation for Washington's just not there as you see Grimm trying to chase the ball along the wall.
Not sure if this is an off night for
Not
Willie.
being in. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Coos with a weird hop there. Huntress going to get a big touch here. She's going to bring it down. Grimm's going to get an even bigger touch back to her. They're just playing back and forth. Really need to get some passing plays going here if Washington has any chance of coming back into this game. 4 minutes left. There's plenty of game to go, but as we've been seeing, this Louisville team is just... And they're going to get a... Coos is back for the save here this time. Willie, here we go. Big goal here. Only a 1-goal game. Putting it back in retention. Willie not relying on Couscous there, just figuring he's going to try to do it himself. Maybe they can figure out the rotation that way and get Willie more in an offensive role, because it's really what Washington needs. They really need Willie moving up and pushing it big. Making these big plays and these big
Willie
goals.
can provide a stiff defense, but I just don't think that's what they need from their Willie tonight.
Absolutely. I don't think they need the stiff Willie for the defense. They need somebody ramming and jamming, you know what I mean? And look at him go, putting a goal on, or shot on net. Lady Huntress there, though. He puts another pass back towards the center for Washington. Looks like Willie's starting to come out of his shell here. Maybe they had a talk in the last half and really trying to bring Willie up front, but as we're mentioning, we're starting to see a little more of him. Grimm going to get a good touch here. A little more of the touches we need to see out of Washington is the big clears down like that one. Things they can get second touches on to finish up and to get goals on. Things to make plays out of. And that's something Louisville's been doing really well tonight. They've been getting the second touches on things like this right here, just setting it up for Dex. I mean, I can't even commentate that. It was just beautiful textbook.
Frost does a great job putting it towards net, just hits right above top bar. Falls down in front of net for Dex for an easy center shot.
Willie trying to go up for it, just doesn't get the angle on it as it hit the top crossbar, and he couldn't quite get the judgment on it correctly. He really needed to either go up sooner or wait for the come down and take out the player coming in, but kind of chose the in-between, and it ended up hurting Washington there as Louisville scores their 3rd goal, making it 3-1 in the series, or in the game, with Louisville up 2 games in the series. This with Washington sweeping them in the first series of this match, or this meeting, looking like Louisville has a chance to do it back to Washington. What do you think about that, Kilo?
Master Jane's probably shaking his pants right about now. I'm not sure why they didn't go with the same exact lineup from the last time they met. I believe Couscous may not have played last time these teams have met. Maybe the
Supreme did play in the last game, and trust me, and as I was stating earlier in the stream, the lineups weren't set for Washington even an hour before the game. It was one of those things where Papa Willie and Grimm both knew they were playing, and they just needed to figure out who their third guy needed to be, and they played with both Supreme and Coos before these matches, and I believe they decided on Coos being who they wanted as their third. Supreme being a great player and someone who helped carry them through the first series. I'm sorry, I just got totally distracted. Something going on behind me.
Cats.
Papa Willie with bringing it down. Coos with a big shot here. Doesn't quite find it. Puts it off the crossbar. Cats again. Yes, lots of cats. All these cats. My wife's cats. I hate cats. Don't judge me. Sorry, kitten lady. I have so many cats. Not really. I only have 2. Grim Sunshine. Gonna put it back into the Louisville corner. Gonna try to make something happen for this Washington team. Coos trying to make the magic happen. Keeping the offense on now. Washington knowing that they have to do something here to keep this game alive. They have Willie coming in. Dex good. Beautiful.
Good morning, Willie. Seems to have woken up here. Willie goes up on that great pass.
Playing up like he normally does. Finally. He's lag. Willie's saying he's having lag issues. I don't know if he's still going on right now, but earlier in the matches it seems he was having lag issues.
Hopefully that goes down for Willie.
Yeah. He really hates playing with lag. If there's one thing I know about Willie, the second it starts lagging, he don't like it. Willie trying to get a big touch there. Doesn't quite find the back of the net, and might have been the last chance for Washington in this game. See if Coos can do something with this. Doesn't get a good hit on it. Dex and Frost are both there waiting for something. Not going to happen. This ball going to be centered, but it's not going to. It's going to hit the ground. Louisville taking this game as well. 3-0 on the series. Looking like it might be a sweep in Louisville's favor. Washington really needs to pull this together. Willie really waking up in this last game. Scoring 2 goals, finding his placement. Kind of found it a little late and still a little sketchy, but I believe that he can pull it out. This reverse sweep needs to, or not needs to, this reverse sweep can still happen. Louisville and Washington, all of these games have been great, close games. I believe only the second game has been a deficit of more than 2 goals or more than 1 goal. First game ended 2-1, second game ending 2-0, and third game ending 3-2. It's they've been great close matches. Willie's waiting on Willie to Jester and Willie to ready up, but okay, now we're just waiting on Willie. That's totally okay for him to take the full allotted amount of time. Might need to regroup and recoup and get his team back on the level he needs to be so they can win this and pull this through. Louisville, though, showing great resolve and just great offensive rotation, really keeping the pressure on the Washington side and making those goals happen when they need to.
Never saw that before on the scoreboard. Not sure if it shows the same for you. Dex's name is highlighted with black?
I do not see that. I see it on the stream, though, and that's kind of cool. Papa Willie gonna send this kickoff back towards the center. We'll see if Washington can come back and... Wow, Mr. No Days with a big old caption in the... The frick is this? Papa Willie gonna send it out to Grimm. He's gonna try to get it... A little bit of a weird team play there. Kind of worked out. Looked like it was on purpose on Willie's side. I don't think Grimm knew what was happening. Might not have been consensual, but it happened. Grimm gonna get another touch here. Gonna put it up over top of Dex. Grimm and Willie really needing to connect on these games. If they want to come out of this the victors. Willie gonna come up a little low there. Dex is going to get the clear. Frost is going to send this towards the goal. Coos is going to get kind of a weak save, but Dex is just going to kill it into the corner.
Low in the action there as Huntress misses. Like to wish Mr. No Days Off a speedy recovery as he's currently is diagnosed with a noodle arm.
Frost with a big clear. Bringing it back out of his side, trying to keep Washington on the defensive. Papa Willie trying to keep it on the defensive, but Frost going to keep it there. Dex going to go up for this. Going to get a flick over. Papa Willie's not going to be there in time. Wow.
Unfortunate early goal.
Dex with a great bump over the top. Willie just trying to get the clear there. Catches the corner. Can't quite get the angle in behind the ball to flick it out.
Quite extend out far enough to reach that ball.
Yeah, he caught the corner of the goal, and it really kind of sent him on a weird path, and it was really difficult to try to get behind the ball at that point.
In there.
Yeah. Washington really going to have to fight now, being 1 goal down, 2 goals down, as I say that,
Frost
to stay alive in this series.
Makes him pay as Huntress is demoed in the backfield.
Willie getting a small touch there, but not enough to clear it out, and Frost just capitalizing on the missed touch by Willie. It's just 2 goals in favor of Louisville. Again, I say Washington's really going to have to turn this around. This is not the Washington that we are used to seeing. This is not the normal Papa Willie and Grim Sunshine that we are used to watch play. Frost just drives this one home over top of Grim in almost an embarrassing fashion.
Louisville just
great attempt by Grim though. Just had to come out and had to try to make the attempt. Frost just had full control and was able to do whatever he wanted with that ball and placed it right around him. Coos going to get a chance to send it up, but Frost is just going to kill it up high. 2 minutes 45 seconds left. Washington has to score some goals or their season is over. This would be the first loss for Washington, as they did not suffer any losses in the regular season. How interesting is that? A team that went undefeated in the regular season might not, or is looking like it probably will not make it to the championship, while a team that had 0 wins in the regular season is making it to the championship. An interesting aspect. As Couscous clears Dex out of there, as Dex gets a bicycle kick there. Papa Willie's going to send it down. He's going to try to finish this. Frost is going to clear it up out of his side into the Washington side. Keep the pressure on Washington. Grim's going to clear it down into the Louisville side. Lady Huntress with a weird kind of touch, but it kills into the corner all the same. Grim's going to try to do something with it, but Huntress is going to get the good clear here. Out to the side. Frost is going to get the whiff. Willie's going to get a touch over the top. Going to hit off the crossbar. Really close one there for Willie. Something he needed for his team to come back. Willie and Coos hitting each other. Coos is going to get the touch here. Sends it out up off the top wall. Dex is going to be there to send it back in, though. Grim not letting them get another touch there. Gets a big touch there. Frost is going to be in goal to save it. Sends it all the way down to Washington side.
Huntress returns the favor of that earlier demo.
Papa Willie. Big touch here. Coos. Centering here. Louisville a little bit behind the ball. This is the chance Washington needs, and they're not going to be able to capitalize. Not going to make the magic happen. And as a minute left, as hard as it is to score on this Louisville team, Washington might sneak one in here, but a full 3 goals in this minute is going to be tough to do. They still have faith, but Dex pushing it back towards the Washington side, and he's just going to put the dagger goal in. I think that's it. I think this is it for the Washington season. What do you say, Kilo?
Put a fork in it. It's done.
Yeah, unfortunately. We'll hope to see Washington put a few goals in here in the last few seconds, but I don't see them pulling this out. 4 goals with 40 seconds. Coos has got to put a quick one in. Louisville just looking to waste time. Willie trying to redirect, doesn't quite happen. Dex staying back just in case anything funky happens. Frost again pushing out. Looks like we're going to see a Pittsburgh-Louisville final for the United Rogue League in 2 weeks, or to be determined, I believe. Is it 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Awesome. In 2 weeks, we will see Louisville Gamble versus, as they just throw in another goal just for good measure, 5-0. Louisville Gamble versus the Pittsburgh Phantoms?
Unless you want to church it up and say
Yes.
Phantoms.
Phantoms?
Phantoms.
Phantomies? That'll be an exciting match as Natal has become quite the explosive player for Pittsburgh, and the ever-present Louisville squad is always there and always good. As the sweep goes to Louisville, 4 games in favor of Louisville. Washington taking the first meeting 4-0. Now Louisville taking
Huntress
the second
is
meeting
big.
when it counts, when it matters. Louisville winning this game and taking it to the championship.
Looking forward to seeing Frost and Natal go head-to-head, hopefully, in the championship game.
Should be a great game to commentate and watch, and I can't wait to watch that with you, Kilo. Good game, Gamble.
Louisville Gamble wins this one. Washington Rebellion is retired for the season. Cleveland Cyborgs retired by Pittsburgh Phantoms. They'll be joining Colorado Savage and Seattle Stars in the offseason.
Yep. And who else joined last night? Or this morning? Or tonight?
What's that?
It was Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Cleveland also getting knocked out. The other #1 seed. Louisville being the #1 seed and Cleveland both being 2 #1 seeds, both getting knocked out in the semifinals. Or not Louisville, Washington. Washington and Cleveland. Sorry, it's been a long night.
Be sure to join us next week. We'll be doing the Call of Doubles tournament. Players will be mixing up from each team throughout the league. We'll be playing in a 2v2 competition. It'll be restricted to Diamond level, so sorry, Natal. No free Call of Duty for you. In the following week, we will be back with the Championship Series. For us, that will be June 18th.
All right, this has been Rickety Wrecked, and that's been Kilo.
And Jester the Pool Boy. Have a great night.
Yay. Good night.